Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Angeline Constantino, and welcome back to Let's Break the Silence with Angeline. And this is our sixth season and 160 episodes. And today we are going to be diving into a deeply transformative topic, empowering domestic violence survivors and divorced women to rebuild their lives and cultivate healthy, fulfilling relationships. And we're also going to take a deep dive into building mental resilience. And this is so important. Okay. So my goal here is, like whether you're healing from past trauma or looking to strengthen your mental resilience, this episode is for you. So if you are struggling or you are looking to strengthen your mental resilience, this episode is for you. So let's break the silence and let's step into a brighter, empowered future. So today we are going to be talking about overcoming fear and self-doubt from past experiences. We are going to be talking about building healthy, loving relationships and cultivating mental resilience to thrive in life. Okay. Because I don't know about you, but we, as women who are going through a divorce, separation, if we've gone through some sort of trauma, it is a challenge. And I want to ask you this. The first question that I want to ask you is, okay, understanding the impact of past trauma. So I was watching a video today, and this lady was sharing her story about how she overcame divorce and how she felt that she was beaten down to the ground, basically, just totally beaten down to the ground. She lost her sense of self-worth and her confidence went down. She was married to a narcissistic abuser. And that story that she told really resonated with me. It was relatable to me because I could really understand what she was going through. And it does have an impact on your self-worth. So in other words, I'm not worthy of love. She felt that she wasn't worthy of love anymore. Okay. Some of these beliefs can be rewritten. Okay. So the wounds of past experiences often create self-limiting beliefs like I'm not worthy of love or I don't matter anymore. Or they will say all relationships are destined to fail, but these beliefs can be rewritten. It is reframing your mindset. And the first thing that we need to do is to love ourselves, self-love and self-awareness. Okay. That is the first step in breaking free from these patterns. So let's talk about self-love and self-awareness for a minute. Healthy relationships start with a healthy relationship with yourself. Love yourself. Take time to understand your needs, values, and boundaries. In other words, what are your goals? Write down exactly what are your goals? What is your vision? Because I am here to help you cast your vision. And an idea that, like journaling, a journaling prompt that I would highly recommend is, what do I need to do to feel safe and valued in a relationship? Write that down, and I would love an answer to that. Okay. And what I also want to talk about is building mental resilience. So first of all, let's talk about understanding resilience. Resilience is not about ignoring pain, but finding strength through it. It's the ability to bounce back and grow stronger. Okay. So I have a little story that I want to share with you. Okay. Because I love sharing stories. How's that? It's 2025. It's time to build your mental wellness. It is time to build your resilience. And I will tell you why, because I was going through a mental health challenge last year. Okay. I was feeling overwhelmed. I moved to Florida last year in July, and I was feeling a little overwhelmed. And I was working a full-time job that was really not in alignment with my true purpose. And I hit a wall, and I just hit a brick wall. And I was saying to myself, I had to make a decision. Do I want to restart my business again? And I had trouble sleeping at night. I was stressed about money. I was stressed about a lot of things. And I feel so happy and grateful that this company called Magic Mind reached out to me. So they reached out to me via email, and I am so happy and blessed that they reached out to me because I, was feeling overwhelmed. I wasn't sleeping, and they sent me, like a 5-day sample. So they sent me a few shots to try and see if it was going to work for me. So I said to them, yes, I will try the product. And I love the product. It helped me, with better sleep, mental clarity, because, with my work, I need a lot of mental clarity. So it really, really, really helped me. And you know what it is? There are 5 pillars to mental health, okay? The 5 pillars are sleep, diet, exercise, stress management, and exogenous compounds, okay? So for me, I got better sleep. I was sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night. And when I took the shot of Magic Mind, it improved my mental performance. Also, I'm happy to report that I felt a lot more mental clarity. And I used the Magic Mind shot first thing in the morning and for 5 days. And it really, really made a noticeable difference in my clarity. And at night, I was sleeping like a baby. So, actually, for the first time, what I want to say is that if you are ready for more sleep, and if you are, if you're struggling with focus, what I would highly recommend, I'm going to put the link in here in the recording here. So there is a 45, you can get 45% off the Magic Mind bundle with my link. So please go to this website right here. So it's www.magicmind.com/break silence JAN. Okay. So I'm going to leave the link up here for a minute so you can write this down. Okay. So I would love for you to try the products. Okay. The products are great. And you just take one mental shot every morning. So you just take a shot every morning. Okay. And it's 100% safe. All ingredients are third-party tested, sourced from the best suppliers. So, and they ship internationally to over 65 countries and also in stores as well. And I'm super happy and blessed because we have a Sprouts Market here in Florida. So go ahead, get 45% off the Magic Mind bundle with my link. So again, it is www.magicmind.com/break silence JAN. Okay. And thank you so much, Magic Mind, for sending me the 5-day sample. Really, really appreciate it. Okay, so let's move on. All right. So let's move on with our topic, building mental resilience. So the first thing that we need to do, I want to share some strategies for mental resilience. The first thing is to practice gratitude. So focus on what you have rather than what you've lost. Write down 3 things that you are grateful for daily. And I cannot emphasize this enough. So I have this journal that I purchased from Barnes and Noble. And, you can get journals for like $5, $10. It is well worth your time. Write down at least 3 things that you are grateful for. And I would love to know what you are grateful for. Okay, so write them down and please share them in the comments. Practice mindfulness and meditation. So spend a few minutes each day in silence. Ground yourself in the present moment and let go of intrusive thoughts. And that is the purpose of mindfulness and meditation, is to let go of what happened yesterday. So in other words, if you had a bad day yesterday and the day was not so great, guess what? When you wake up in the morning, you take your first breath. That is something to be grateful for. But practicing mindfulness meditation, that is going to help you so much. And getting grounded in nature, getting grounded in the present moment, that's changed my life. And I do meditation at least twice a day. And actually, this morning, every Tuesday, I go to a yoga and meditation class every morning here where I live, and it has changed my life. I just feel so much, better, because when we wake up in the morning, I don't know about you, but my mind has a tendency to race because I just want to get up and do things. But guess what? We have to stay grounded, because that's going to help you with your mental performance. It's also going to help you mentally, and get into the right mindset and start your day. Because as they say, how you start your day is how you're going to end your day. Okay. Reframing negative thoughts. So when negative thoughts arise, ask yourself, is this fact or fear? And replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. So let me give you an example, okay? Let me ask yourself this. When negative thoughts arise, ask yourself, is this fact or fear? Okay, I wrote a couple of things down. So let's do this exercise together, okay? And I'll tell you why. Because I want to share something with you. Okay. We are created in God's image. And ask yourself, are you telling lies about yourself? So this activity that I would like you to do is to please write down 1 or 2 lies that you've told yourself recently. Okay. And then once you do that, I'm going to give you an example of lies that I used to tell myself. Okay. And what we're going to do is, when we talk about reframing negative thoughts, we're going to replace those lies with the truth. And I wrote this down. Okay. We are going to remove ourselves from these lies. So the first thing is, I am not worthy. That's the first thing that I would say to myself all the time. I am not worthy. Replace that with, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. And that comes from Psalms 135, verse 14. The second thing that I told myself, and maybe you have told yourself, is, I don't matter. Replace that with, I am chosen and I am loved. That comes from Ephesians chapter 1, verse 4. I do a lot of reading. So I do a lot of Bible scripture readings in the morning. And those 2 Bible verses really resonated with me. So let me know in the comments, please. Okay. Have you told yourself these lies? So let me know in the comments, please. And then write them down and then reframe them. That is how you're going to start to build up your mental resilience. Okay. The fourth thing is, building a vision for the future. So, create a vision board or write down your goals for the next year. Let's talk about this year, 2025. Focus on the life that you want to build. So, what is the vision? What is your vision? Okay, write down your goals. Now, as far as the vision board, a few years ago when I first started my business, I had a vision board party, and it was on Zoom. It was a virtual Zoom. It was great. And, creating a physical vision board really helped me cast the vision. And I remember when I made that vision board, it was in 2018, 7 years ago, long time ago. 7 years ago, 6 months later, I flew to South Africa because South Africa was on my travel bucket list. I still have my vision board, but what I'm going to be doing is, for me, I am going to be creating a new vision board for 2025 because I have a lot of goals that I am working on. So create that vision board. It could be anything. Maybe it's about building your relationships. Maybe it's about family. Maybe it's about God. Maybe it's about travel. I mean, I don't know. So you have to cast that vision for yourself. Focus on that life that you want to build. Okay. So building mental resilience. So we covered that. The next thing is to surround yourself with positivity. Surround yourself with people who are on a higher level than you. Okay. Build a supportive community. Connect with friends, family, or groups who uplift and inspire you. And this is so important. This is one of the things that I had to do to rebuild my life again, is to surround myself with leaders, people who made a lot more money than I did. And I had worked in corporate America and I was making six-figure income. But guess what? I surrounded myself with millionaires, and I was involved in several network marketing companies that changed my life. And that took me to another level. And that's important, because if you surround yourself with the broke people, the 5 people that you hang around with, if they're broke, you're going to be broke. And I'm not talking just about money. I am talking about spiritually broken, meaning, at one time I used to party. That was me. That was me, going to parties, going to clubs at night and partying. And that obviously didn't help me. So I got away from that crowd and turned my life over to Jesus in 2017. I will never forget that. And I've reconnected again with the Lord, and it's brought me blessings upon blessings. So please keep that in mind. That is so important. Okay. So join a support group or do workshops or collaborate with people to do a workshop. And actually, what I'm going to be working on for President's Day, I am going to be working on building a 1-hour workshop with a very good female friend of mine. I call her my goddess and superwoman. So stay tuned for that. We are in the process of working on that, and it's going to be Women's Empowerment Express, and I cannot wait. So please stay tuned to that. Stay tuned for that. I will do another podcast episode about what the workshop will be next week. Okay. So, all right. So, anyways, and also, I know for me, learning to trust again was huge for me. And trust is built over time. Okay. So, how many of you have had trouble trusting again after divorce or after domestic violence? Please let me know in the comments. I would love to know. Okay. So one of the things, a skill set that I had to work on, is to trust my intuition and look for the red flags. And I did that because in the beginning, after I was divorced, there were many people who, there were many people who I had trouble trusting, and I was in the dating scene for a while, but I was not attracting the right people. So I decided not to do that anymore. Okay. And that's where I started to surround myself with higher quality people, leaders, mentors who believed in me. I mean, they believed in me before I believed in myself. So don't be afraid to take your time in new relationships. Okay. Building that new relationship, and it could just be a friendship. It doesn't have to be, dating again. It's just a question of building a new friendship, new relationships, and you will be surprised. Like, over the last couple of years, my relationships have changed. I mean, my friendships have totally evolved in the last year. Okay. So that's another thing. And setting and communicating boundaries. So, how many of you here have trouble setting boundaries? Please let me know in the comments. How many of you are struggling with that? Because if you are struggling with that, okay. So, setting healthy boundaries, and you may have to do this in a respectful but firm way, okay? In other words, not answering your phone after 9 p.m., not looking at social media. Because for me, I don't answer the phone after 9 p.m. I don't care who's calling. The message will be in my voicemail, and I will answer that call the next day. Okay. Because you have to, that's part of self love too. That ties in with self love. Because at night, what I do is I do a meditation at night before I go to bed. And it's great, because I just shut myself off from social media. Stop scrolling on social media, ladies. you know, Scrolling on social media all day, listening to podcasts. Listen, you can listen to my podcast, but like, I listen to one podcast a day and that's it. But I don't sit there scrolling on TikTok, YouTube. I'm not playing endless videos, okay? Because that's just going to wear me down. So, setting those healthy boundaries, okay? It is okay to prioritize your peace. So, if you live at home, or you are remarried again and you need some time for yourself, a little self-love, go to the next room if you live in a big house, and start to journal and meditate and focus on the things that we are grateful for in the evenings. That is really, really important. I remember when my dad passed away. It'll be 1 month, December 25th. And I had to mentally prepare myself for that trip to Minnesota. And I was writing down, I remember this is January 2nd. I wrote an evening gratitude journal. I actually brought my journal with me. Okay. So I had my hair done that day. I was grateful to God for focusing, on my health. And I was, grateful that I actually attended a Zoom call, um, because I am very passionate about skincare. And I just had to do that for my own mental health. So that's what I did. So, anyways, so that's just an example. Okay. So we're gonna wrap this podcast episode up very soon. So, self-love. Okay. We talked about that. Healthy relationships start with you. Take time to understand your needs and goals. Okay. So, if you're on this journey of rebuilding, just know that you are not alone. Start with small steps. Practice self love, build your support system, and set boundaries. So, actually, what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be working on this workshop, and we will have this. This will be available next week, and then I will talk about it on next week's podcast episode. Okay, and there will be a sign up form for you wonderful ladies to sign up. Okay. So thank you for tuning in to this empowering episode of Let's Break the Silence. Remember, your past does not define you. You have the power to create a future full of love, joy, and healthy connections. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And please don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Okay, so we are on Spotify, Apple. Let me just put this up really quickly. We are on Spotify, Google, Apple, and all. I hope that there was a glitch. Oh my goodness. There was a glitch on. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. I'm going to cut this portion out. Okay, but don't forget to subscribe to Let's Break the Silence with Angeline on Spotify, Apple. You can follow me on YouTube, and please leave a review. Until next time, let's keep breaking the silence together and have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye bye. Take care.